it cannot sit. Mr. President, do not organize that handover. CJN, your lordship, do not swear in this man so long as that problem is not cured. Swearing in Alhaji Tinubu is as good as swearing in a military regime.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Plan B TV News. A lot of things have been going on in Nigeria. We all know that everyone has a freedom of speech and freedom of expressions. But ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been selected as the president of Nigeria, the freedom were taken from every Nigerian that want to question the February 25th presidential elections, how it was conducted, if it was free, fair, and credible, or if it was rigged in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is what we're going to be focusing on, so stay tuned with us and we'll be right back to give you more details in this news.
The Electoral Act, which is mainly what the lawyers are doing at the tribunal, is a process document. The Constitution is a different document in its entirety.
It is unconstitutional. Peter Obi made Babadati Ahmed as President Buhari CGN not to hold Tinubu inauguration. The vice president candidate of the Labour Party, Dati Ahmed, has the president and the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olakoyede Arowola, not to hold the inaugurations of the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu come May 29, as his emergence as the president is not in line with the Nigerian Constitution. Tinubu, of All Progressive Congress candidate, was declared the winner of presidential elections by the Independent National Electoral Commission's INEC on May 1st. Babadati Ahmed argued that the APC failed to satisfy the requirement of Section 134 of the Constitution for elections to the office of president. According to the provisions of the section, the rightful winners is whom has the highest number of votes cast at the election and has not less 1/4 of the votes cast at the election each of the last 2/3 of all states in the federations and the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. Details in the video.
Nations exist because they have a constitution. A constitutional breach is a big issue. It's a make or break issue. We're not just talking about losing the election. We're now talking about a constitutional breach. Where you have a constitutional breach, there is no president-elect. I beg to say, by the standard meaning of Section 134, there is the clear interpretation of 134, and there is the INEC interpretation of 134. Now, I'm going to hold on to that. I'll stick to that, and I'll deliver victory on that. By that, I dare tell you, with all humility, we do not have a president-elect in Nigeria today. What Alhaji Tinubu is holding is a dud certificate, is a dud check. There are no funds in that account. It will bounce. You cannot swear in a president whose certificate of return assaults the Constitution, because the Constitution is the platform on which a presidency rests. And when that has been violated, it cannot sit. Mr. President, do not organize that handover. CJN, your lordship, do not swear in this man so long as that problem is not cured. Swearing in Alhaji Tinubu is as good as swearing in a military regime. They are both unconstitutional.
Well,
no, hold on.
Yeah.
This is the all-important thing now.
But let me just make a quick disclaimer before you do. Because he will be sworn in unless the courts find in agreement with what you're saying.
So, listen,
Right.
Let them swear him in for not 4 years, for 100 years. He will remain an unconstitutionally sworn in president.
Well, unlike Labour Party camp, Bayo Onanuga and Femi Fani-Kayode has not made inciting comments. Anybody that brings no state actors to threaten the peace of the society is a terrorist, irrespective of his circumstances. No party can resort to self-help. Ayo Oyalowo, members of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, make statements why the APC government are going after those that are making insightful hate speech against their party, while they are arresting them but not arresting anyone from their political party. Details in the video.
Why is it that it's only a certain people that think everybody's against them?
Meanwhile, if they are dominant in those markets, for example, and then you have their shops,
if you have evidence that somebody did something against you, what should a decent person do? You go to the police, you go to the law. Anybody who begins to bring in non-state actor to begin to threaten the peace of the environment has become a terrorist. We need to be telling ourselves the truth. Nigerian press should tell people the truth. You cannot, under any circumstances, resort to self-help. The moment you begin to resort to self-help, you have become a terrorist and a danger to the corporate existence of our country.
Well, good to know that that person who made that statement
has been arrested. I'm glad. I'm saying it to the Lagos State governor.
They also say that some of the people within your own camp who have been making inciting statements, people like Bayo Onanuga, people like Femi Fani-Kayode, Festus Keyamo, have not been arrested. Or when Fani Kayode was brought by the DSS,
let's begin to clear this. You have mentioned Fani Kayode, you have mentioned Bayo Onanuga, you have mentioned some other people. Did any of them threaten violence anyway? I know what Bayo Onanuga said. He said nobody should get involved in Yoruba people's matter. It's not an inciting statement.
That has landed him,
let me finish now. Let me finish. We know ICC. Anybody can write any nonsense. I can write to ICC today. Anybody can get and begin to make this unnecessary threat. Some people even compile some senseless lists that they are sending to the American embassy so that they won't give people visa. It's very childish and it's bullcom. Anybody can say that. What I'm saying is this. Bayo Onanuga reacted to issues that people were raising. However, none of them. In fact, Femi Fani-Kayode wrote today about what happened yesterday. And if you remember, he gave an advice. He said, I'll tell our people to do what? To calm down and hold the peace. That was the thing he wrote today.
I mean, a lot of Nigerians have been expecting
I'm going now. Let me finish. The difference between them and the people inciting violence is that they could make statements that may be annoying, but they don't incite anybody to violence. You will never hear Bayo Onanuga or anybody from, even you mentioned Festus Keyamo, my brother, you won't hear them say, let's take up arms or fight somebody. But you can't compare what they have said with a man who sat there and said, we are going to bring in a proscribed. I hope you know IPOB is proscribed. It has been designated the 10th most dangerous terrorist group in the world,
and it has withdrawn that.
But are you aware that IPOB is designated the terrorist organization? You are aware.
Of course, the Nigerian government
exactly. So how can the court legitimately? So how can a man sit in this house and say he will bring an outlawed?
All right, guys, this is what I'm going to be heading the video today. Do you enjoy this particular video? If you do, please do not skip without you commenting your thoughts in the comment sections and give these videos a thumbs up. This is the only way you can support the growth of this channel. For all our returning subscribers who year to year or time to time always come to support the growth of our content, thank you very much. May God continue to bless you. Thank you. Until we meet again, do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first person to be notified anytime we upload a new content. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe and be among the Plan B TV team. Thank you very much. Until we meet again. Peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe to get notified. And as you share your support, now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bet.
Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV. Oh, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV.